let's be honest, a lot of us are wrapped up within this hustle culture and we don't truly talk about be burnout or depression. And this is where this story is going.
If you like the Dev Room podcast, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is GhostszMusic, as well as like, subscribe, and comment to show your support. Thank you.
So, I got a story to tell. And I really don't know how to start this, but I think that just diving into it would probably be the best way to go. So, as game developers, I don't think that we talk too much about depression and what is making us procrastinate and not be able to achieve the end product, which could be your game, your service, content, whatever you create. And this is not just exclusive to game development, but because the way that we speak on this podcast, we mostly preference just game development. And let's be honest, a lot of us are wrapped up within this hustle culture and we don't truly talk about be burnout or depression. And this is where this story is going. Over the last couple months, as you guys have been well aware, I haven't been able to post any content or be able to just communicate with you guys. I know that I do it here and there, mostly just either responding to comments or once in a while you'll see me bloop, 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 type up something, tweet, or even just post something on like Instagram or something. And it's truly because of just the amount of actual depression that I've been suffering from. And I can't really talk about what is causing it, so we're not going to deep dive into that. On my YouTube channel, I started a devlog series trying to showcase what development process that I've been going through with World Defender. And all of a sudden, I posted that episode. I posted a couple episodes of the podcast, and it just abruptly stopped. The depression was, uh, it was kind of bad and a little bit scary. Not in a medical sense, or not in a mental health or mental illness department. Over that amount of time, I needed to focus on my second source of income, which, if you guys are not aware, I do not get paid for any of the content on any platform as of now. I don't get paid on any of these platforms. I just do this because I generally really like to communicate and basically help people not make the same mistakes as I have been making throughout this whole entire process. That's what the end goal of all of this is. And if I end up making any money, it's really just to put back into the business so I can continue to create games, continue to create podcasts, episodes, all that other stuff like that. But I was trying to get in a better place, and I was using Grubhub to get me financially where I needed to be. And everything to that point needed me to basically go in overdrive. I work a full-time job, and right after my full-time job, I hop on to Grubhub, work until sometimes close to midnight. I did all of that, reached all my obligations, got to enjoy a little bit of vacation time with Christmas and all that other stuff like that. But the anxiety and my depression and the lack of actual like doing the stuff that I wanted to do was starting to get to me. And the only thing that I really wanted to do was create content and, work on my game and do everything that I needed to do, focusing on the business side of stuff that I enjoy. And I never really got a chance to just dive further into it. Yeah, here and there I actually did some stuff like the second part of the devlog series. I have it all done. I just didn't have any time or any energy to do the stuff that I needed to do. And even with this podcast stuff, when I end up going home, I don't really want to take out all the equipment. I have new equipment that I haven't even really gotten to use, just because when I get home, I don't want to do it. Working from, I get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. I get to work at 8. Um, Generally, sometimes it's 6 o'clock, but I do all my morning routine. Then, as soon as I'm done with that, I have a 30, about 30-minute drive to work. Get to work, work from 8 all the way to 5, sometimes 5:30. As soon as I'm done there, go Grubhub. Don't come home until maybe midnight, sometimes a little earlier, depending on how I feel, and just I don't want to do it. And then I go to bed, and the cycle starts all over again. So, you know, the burnout was starting to get to me. And the only thing that really makes me feel better is I have a few little vices, and these vices are not bad vices. It's mostly game development, music, video games, that type of stuff. And it's been kind of bad enough that I didn't want to do any of it. I just wanted to get this over this financial hurdle and be done with it. And I didn't care what the outcome was. But as I'm starting to fully be aware of, or just starting to notice, I want to do the stuff that makes me happy. And procrastinating on it and the stuff that makes you happy to do the stuff that does not make you happy, it doesn't work out in your favor. You really need to start balancing stuff out. And I know a lot of us game developers, we tend to, again, fall to that hustle culture where we need it to, hey, we need to do this and we need to hurry up and get this done by like a 3-month deadline or stuff like that. And it goes back to the story, because doing the same stuff and not enjoying the process is what leads to that burnout. So the way that I've kind of gotten out of it was to limit the amount of time doing the bad stuff and start focusing on the stuff that you needed to get done. Even if you have a small little window like I do now with my little lunch break, coming out here, filming something, and just getting stuff one off my head or off my mind and put onto paper, but at the same time, not stressing over it so much. I still haven't gotten over the financial hurdle and getting closer, but it you really only have one life to live. And this is what the whole point of this is. You really only have one life to live, and you really shouldn't be focusing on one, putting yourself in those type of predicaments. Trust me, you do not want to do it. I've done it. I've had many years of doing it. That's why I look like this. But you really want to focus on the stuff that makes you happy. And even if you can only do it for 10, 15 minutes, you need to really find a way to start figuring out ways to make you happy and not have to focus on all the negative aspects in your life. And or even if you're working on a game, the deadline that you put on yourself is artificial. It does not, no one cares. That's what it comes down to. No one really cares. If it takes you, let's say, a year instead of, let's say, 6 months, so be it. In that 1 month or that 1 year time, maybe you may make a better product than you would if you were rushing for 6 months and not liking the process. And I think I need to start actually like taking some of this advice that I keep on giving to the internet, and then falling for the same routines that gets me in these predicaments in the first place. I know I'm calling the kettle black and I'm saying all this stuff like that, and I'm probably going to do the same stuff, but it really is just, I think we place too much of a burden on ourselves, and then we're causing our own headaches and just making our own selves depressed. And for what? For something that shouldn't be doing this in the first place. But it's just me venting. You guys know. But I would love to hear what you guys think. I want to know from you guys if you guys are also feeling a little depressed, or maybe the hustle culture bug is in your ear saying keep going, keep going, keep going. Or if you've gotten over it, because I'm still almost over it, but not fully over it. Let me know what you guys have done to get over this, or limited your amount of time doing this, or made yourself feel better in the comment section, or if you're listening to this on any podcast platform, make sure to leave me a voice message on anchor.fm/podcast. And I'd love to hear it. And with that one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.